Hi. Hey, welcome to Above Life Channel. The purpose here is to inspire your spirit and to fill you with hope. Let's do a sound check on this Monday morning to make sure everything is working smoothly. Welcome to everyone who will be joining in the chat on this live stream. Hey, it is Monday, July 22nd, 2024. Whenever you are watching this, just know that it is alive with energy. So you'll get whatever you need at whatever time you watch it. Okay. That's how energy works. Okay. We're going to have a conversation today about the energy vibes of hope. Yesterday, we had our Sunday morning coffee, as we do every week. And the energy, especially near the end, I shared a lot of empathic energy coming through that was very hopeful, very like boom, boom, kind of lift us up a little bit, like up level the energetics. And we've needed that. Let's be clear, because there's been just craziness in this world. And I'm sure many of you in your personal lives have been really rocking and rolling energetically. Remember, we are empathic, which means we feel and sense energy. This is how you are psychic. And this is why you found Above Life Channel, because we talk about psychic things. We talk about intuition. We talk about understanding energy. And in my work, I share with you how all the tools and experiences that I have had in this 20 years on this journey to be able to help support you, because that's the goal here, right? Is to inspire you, fill you with hope, and give you some support and some structured support and encouragement on this journey, on this path. So today the focus is going to be on hope. So there is a technique that I use in my coaching work, because for those of you who don't know me, I'm an intuitive life and energetic coach. I've been a psychic and a medium for 20 years. I'm actually a certified life coach. I have been since 2005 or 6 or something like that. Yeah, I'm going to date myself, but hey, some people like to know you got street cred. And so one of the tools that I use in my private session work is I call word power. It's a power of words, which words are vibrational, they have resonance, they carry energy. And as we know, right, words can hurt. They can be inspiring and uplifting, and they can be extraordinarily painful, violent, and devastating. So we're going to work with the energy of words in a way today. I'm going to show you how to just do a really simple, super simple technique to get your energy back into alignment, to get yourself feeling more connected and supported, especially when you don't, because you can really feel like you've been kind of punched in the face with the energetics of the day. And I know for many who struggle with depression or anxiety, or who are dealing with physical illness or ailment, that this can be especially difficult. So let's leverage and work with energy through the power of words. Okay. So you know that one of the tools that I suggest that you work with is a journal. And I actually have 2 of my journals sitting over here on the bed. I have multiple journals that I use. Depending upon what I'm working on or working with, I'd encourage you to do the same. Perhaps have like a little smaller notebook, or a cute little notebook or journal, tiny little notes journal beside your bed or in the nightstand, so that you can have that, so that if you do have dreams or thoughts or ideas or things that come when you're watching television at the end of the night, or you're scrolling on your phone before you go to bed, or you're listening to a meditation and then you wake up and you remember something, you can just write things down to get that information, that word energy out of your mind, out of the clutter of the mind, and onto paper, so that it gives it a space to be. So, and then also I also have a notebook or a journal in my car as well. So it works. It helps to have those things available. And I'm not suggesting that you use journaling to go back and reread. However, that said, for some people, that can be a very helpful process. For others, it can kind of put you into a spin. It can kind of hold you down. So based upon you personally and how you work and how you feel related to energetics, you have to use your own discernment as to what works for you. Are you the type that wants to go back and reread your notes from a month ago? Like when your astrologer says, hey, everything that's happening right now is related to July 20th. And you're like, wait, what? What was going on July 20th? I don't remember. That was like a month ago. Go back and reread kind of the notes and the things that were affecting you then. Sometimes that can help. But for the most part, working with a journal or words, like Julia Cameron, who wrote The Artist's Way, she has a technique called morning pages where you just write. You get your cup of coffee or your tea and you sit down, you have a ritual, a routine where you just grab your notebook and you write for, maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is. You can set an alarm if you want to do that. And for a free-flowing connection from your empathic heart into and through the mind, using the mind and using the power of your words to give you information and intel. Not automatic writing. That is not what I'm talking about when I'm talking about using a journaling technique or using the Julia Cameron's technique of morning pages. And if you're interested in knowing more about that, you can look it up on YouTube. There's lots of information about morning pages. And you don't have to do it in the morning. You can do it at night when you get home. Mind, heart, soul, and body, right? Okay, so the journaling piece today with this word power method is going to be to take a word like the word yesterday that was so inspiring in our conversation, hope. And because here on Above Life channel, I actually have mugs, purple mugs that say hope on them, because that's part of what we work in. That's part of one of our tenets. That's one of our characteristics, traits here on Above Life channel, and one of our values. We value hope, that hopeful energy. And so we're going to take that word hope and I'm going to show you how to use word power. Now, you can do this with any word, absolutely any word. If you have a word of the year that you use, you can use that word. But what you'll do is you take the word and you write it down the paper like this. And each line, each letter, you allow it to come alive or to come into your conscious awareness, another word that stems from that letter. So you take the letter H, and you let whatever word comes next just come out. You just let it come out. Okay. Now you can do this a couple different ways. You can do it with intention, like I want to clear my energy. And so I'm going to take this word. This word is like my intention is hope. And so I'm going to use word power, HOPE, to clear. So then you might get words like heavy and ostracize and procrastination. We'll say it that way. And I have one for E, but I'm not going to say it out loud. An E word. So that, like, presumably words that create some kind of resistance in you or kind of make you angry or are harsh. That's another H word, right? So we start again. We go with H, we go harsh. Then with the O, we go into overdone. And then we go into the P, and it is persecution. And then we go into the E, and then it's, I'm really not going to say that word out loud. My healing team, my spiritual support helpers are funny. They have a great sense of humor, which will be my next H letter. Thank you very much. But E could be I'm feeling into like resistance around hope, around the ability to receive hope, around my intention for hope. I would say expectations. Expectations. Mhm. So let's do this again. Get out your pen and paper, get out the journal. Hope is our intention. HOPE is our word power that we're going to be doing. And now we're going back up to the H again. And you just keep writing and you write down and you go to each of the letters, HOPE, and you keep doing it over and over and over again until you get to a place where you can feel the energy that's flowing. And you'll know, you kind of shift into an energetic of, okay, now I feel better, or I feel like there's more space. There's more space in my brain. There's more space in my body. You will know. Use your intuition here. Okay, my empathic friends, use your intuition. Okay, so with H, we are at, let's use hostile. Hostile. Let's use that one. Hostile. Let's use O. Opioid, which represents addiction and intensity and empathic energetics for sure, right? And P, persuade, which again, then my emotions that are coming with that are like this energy of control or influence over, or it doesn't feel good. P, persuade. And E, I'm having a really hard time with E. Excrement. Is that an E word? Excrement. Let's do it again. Go back up to the H. Hush. For those who don't have a voice, for those who are unheard or unseen, hush. Quiet. Seen and not heard. Hush. Oh. Obvious. Bonk, bonk. Obvious. P. Power over. Power over. Power. Misuse of power. Power as a negative. Power as command and control. Power as judgment. P, power. Step into the E. Embarrassed. Embarrassed. Along with this word comes shame, guilt, hidden agendas, sadness, sorrow. Stay. You matter. Back up to the H again. We're clearing energy. We're clearing energy with the H. How can this happen? How? Happenstance. Rhetorical question, no doubt. Oh. Offering. Offering. That kind of feels like a choice. Did you feel that energy shift? Offering. It could be, you could think of sales, you could think of pressure, you could think of choice. Do you see where now things are starting to shift a little bit? Okay. P, profit. Profit. Could use this word in multiple ways. PROPHET, profit. Someone wiser than ourselves, someone we claim to know, someone from the afterlife that is working through us, regardless of what type of religion or non-religion or spirituality you're in. Sometimes people can identify with that, a prophet, someone that knows better, knows more than, or who's had the experience, which wouldn't be a prophet, then perhaps it would be a wise person, right? Or it is prophetized. But that is if you believe that destiny is fated and you don't have a choice and you're just a robot following through on some journey that's been already set out for you and articulated, and you're just animating it. But that doesn't feel very hopeful, does it? So perhaps it is profit, F-I-T, P-R-O, fit, profit, which is about money, but it could be about opportunity and abundance and money in a standing of support and assistance in a compassionate way, not in a necessarily a devious way or a difficult, challenging, harsh, in the hands of a few way. Not necessarily that. P, profit. E, extra. Extra. Does that mean more than? Does that mean abundance? Does that mean stand out? Does that mean special? Does that mean wasteful? Does that mean too much? Does that mean distraction? Do you see how now there's kind of this choice between the heavier vibrational words and the lighter words? Do you see how this works? This is cool, isn't it? Isn't this cool? So be in your heart space as we're working through this together, okay? And you remember, you can use this with any word that you want. If you want to use the word faith or trust or love, or even a big long word, or create, or movement, or freedom, or flexibility, or whatever your word is, okay? All right. So let's go to H again. Let me feel if there's anything. Help. Here we go. We're shifting into the other. We're bridging. We're definitely bridging now. Help. Not in a desperate way, but in a hopeful, positive way. Help. Help is on the way. Help one another right now. Oh, opportunity. Optimism. Oh my gosh, now I'm getting multiple words. Opportunity, optimism. Boom, boom. Did you feel that? Woohoo. This is where it switched last time. Remember that? Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, yes, you do. Now, P. Ooh, presence. Presence as in present moment, or P as in presents, gifts, good stuff, fun. Presence as in here and now, as in gifts, giving, receiving, presents. Yay. P. Now E, everything, everybody, everyone, oneness, inclusion. E, everyone. Everyone has a say, everyone has a voice. Everyone is welcome here. Let's do this one more time. So now we're on word power. We're using the word hope, which is our intention word. This is the way that our empathic hearts and our intuitive souls are connecting with our mind to utilize our mind in positive, healthy, and hopeful ways. We are using words and the vibrational frequency of words. All right, so we're going to step up into the letter H now. We're shifting over from the clearing. We're bridging into the positive, to the renewed energy, what we want to amplify. And we're just letting the words pop out because it's clearing the mind. It's allowing for an openness of energy in the mind so the heart can utilize the mind. The soul can utilize the mind for more clear, intuitive energy and connection as you move throughout your day. okay, to be able to get your own messages, to listen to your own soul. I'm looking at my belly, my own inner intuition, my own knower, your inner wisdom. So H, healthy and healing. 2, we got a double. Woohoo, twofer. It's happy hour. Healthy and healing. Great energy, nice action, right? Nice, good flowing words. Oh, Oh, I can think of a good O word. Oh, openness, oneness. Yeah, openness, wide openness. Just be open. Let's be open without any fear. No judgment, no fear, just openness. Oneness, this connection, this circular energy. I'm seeing a golden circle of light. See how this is working now? My intuition is connecting to my brain, working together. Okay, so now we've got healthy, healing, openness, oneness. So P, what would P be? Perception. Perceiving, which is like we're grabbing information from the universe, from our surroundings, from other people. We're perceptive, but we're using our perception with purpose. Perception on purpose. So you're not open all the time. Your openness is conscious and it's with perception for purpose. Okay, so perception and purpose. You see this? Woo, feels good in that heart chakra, doesn't it? All right, and now we're at the letter E, right? So we go H-O-P-E. So we're at the letter E now. And what are we at with the extraordinary? So extraordinary. Extraordinary. This is borderline on the word miracle. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling an M miracle. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Extraordinary. Also feeling the word excel. Ooh, moving forward with that momentum of that energy of excel, extraordinary and excel. And that feeling good vibrational energy. All right, see that motivation, that momentum. Nice breath in and exhale out. Good. Okay, so that's probably the easiest way to use it. You clear out the stuff first, the stuff that's blocking or you're feeling resistance from. So you're actually writing down things that might seem negative or bad, and that's okay because we're all about balance. We're not going to turn a blind eye to how we're actually feeling. We're going to honor the feelings. We're going to honor the words that are present, because by doing that, we're honoring the relationship with the mind and the empathic heart and the soul, which is where your intuition is. And if you're not going to honor the relationship between your mind and your heart, or your mind and your soul, you're going to have a really difficult time living life intuitively, living life to your fullest capacity and to your wholeness. You're going to have a really hard time being happy, because happiness will only be fleeting or momentary. There won't be an underlying tone of peaceful, blissful connection. So we have to include all 4 parts of who we are, which is what we talk about in our private session work: body, mind, heart, and soul. On Above Life channel, we are about the balance. We're about using all 100% of your capacity. So if you take 25% of yourself and you kick it out or make it bad, like your ego and your mind, you make it bad, then you're only at 75%. And what is that? A C average? Really? That's as good as it's going to get for your life? Or likewise, if you are just focused on your brain and maybe your heart and maybe sometimes your soul, your spirit, but you kick out your body, like you're not paying attention to the body. You're like pushing, stressful, doing whatever you got to do to get by, eating the crappy foods to keep your heart from being depressed. You're doing all the things that are actually, your body is taking it's taking a toll on your body. Then you're still at 75% capacity if you're lucky. And that's a C. You're kind of below, you're mediocre. And do you really want life to be like that? Or do you want the opportunity to have a wholeness, to have a flow of really amazing days and then chill, cool days. And then when the bad stuff happens, or when there's days that are really low, or the depression has kicked in, or the challenges of life have kicked in, and you're in a deep grief time, you will still have this connection to your heart, to your soul, to your mind, to help you during those times when the body just can't move because it's just frozen in this state. There is a partnership you're building within yourself when you use tools like this, empathic tools like word power. So use it for yourself. I strongly, strongly encourage you to do so. It seems so basic because things that work are easy and simple. And for some reason, our brains are like, I need stuff that's way more complicated in order for it to be really successful and work. And somebody else needs to be this like major expert on me. It's not me. It's somebody else outside of me that I have to trust more because they're the expert on me, which isn't true at all, right? It's great to get information and resources, but what works for you is what works for you, which is unique to you. So you're going to like tweak it. You're going to adjust it. Sometimes some tools are going to work. Sometimes they're not going to work at all. Don't get discouraged. Move on to the next tool. So if word power doesn't work for you, like we did with Hope today, maybe do some things like really simple things like use some scent, like sense of smell, use a candle, use incense, use sage, use oils, essential oils to kind of wake up the senses, the sensory inputs that is connected to energy and the flow of energy, the unseen. All right. Maybe you do a technique or a tool as an empath like tapping or EFT, which is emotional freedom technique. Okay. It's a way to connect using the body and pressure points in the body to help calm the body down. It especially works well with anxiety. It works really, really well. So the tappingsolution.com is a resource for you there, or Brad Yates, Tapping with Brad on YouTube is a resource for you on that. You could use crystals, rocks, gems, crystals, stones to help your energetic vibration. Rocks and crystals have, here we go, I got my hematite here to help with grounding. They have properties and principles that honor the energetic of earth energy, which is what we talked about yesterday. We talked about the feminine mother energy coming from the earth to help us ground and stay connected. And you don't have to be, hiking through the woods every other day or camping, or backpack camping or anything like that, or even kayaking in order to be able to connect with the earth energy. You can use crystals, stones, and rocks in the form of jewelry, earrings, necklace, or you can have rocks or crystals like I have here. This is a selenite wand. I think I spoke about this. Did I speak about selenite yesterday? Selenite's a really, really big, I don't think I did. I did in session last week. Selenite is a really great energetic tool to help energy stay light and connected. It can kind of cocoon around you to keep a safe and sacred space for you, to help you feel just soft energy. Selenite also, it's SEL, by the way. It can also connect you with your spirit guides much easier because it's a higher vibration. It does sliver. Do you see this? It can kind of sliver. I have a really smooth wand also like this, but it can sliver. I have a couple small ones of these as well, in addition to this large one, but these are fabulous. And you can use these when you're burning your sage or your incense, the sensory energies, helping to support you as an empath. You can use this instead of a feather. I have a crow feather. In fact, I just got another one yesterday when I was out on my walk. I was like, another one. The crows just are giving me so many gifts. You can use this as well to clear your energy like you would if you had a feather like that as well. Okay. And this is actually dragon's blood sage. That's why it is red. It is my absolute favorite. If you've seen me on TikTok talking about it, you probably saw me doing the little smudge with it. Yeah. So beautiful. These are vibration. That's what we've been talking about today. Using the power of words or the frequency of words All right. We've been talking about that. There's lots of different tools that you have access to that are free to you as an empath. You literally can go on a walk and pick up rocks in nature. Okay. It's easy. It's not complicated. Don't make things complicated. Don't listen to somebody that is going to tell you all these really complicated things to do, unless there's an energetic that you're really drawn to in a particular lineage, a particular ancestry grouping that you belong to a particular culture that has like practices that are very sacred and beautiful, then yes, 100%. I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about when I say complicated. Whatever your rhythm is, whatever the energy flow is for you, trust your inner wisdom. Please start trusting your inner wisdom. Just start, okay? Just start. Little bit by little bit. All right, nice breath in. Big exhale out. All right. Well, how cool was this? It was kind of like a teaching video today when we talked about word power. Again, there's been lots of resources that I've shared throughout this video for you to go look up and get access to. I hope you get really excited about going to get some journals or some notebooks. You can even get real creative if you take because we're getting into the back to school season, you can use some of those composition notebooks that are like $1 or $2 at the store. And you can actually decorate them, put stickers on them, or cut out pictures from magazines and such, and tape them onto the front. Use clear packing tape and tape them onto the front and decorate it. Have it be an inspired kind of place, special place for you to write. You can have it by your bedside. You can have it in your car. You can have it in your office, whatever. Okay. And I get that for some people, there's kind of a scariness about like writing stuff down because you're like, is somebody else going to read my stuff? I get that. I understand that can be a real boundary concern for some people, and it could make you feel not as safe in expressing. So what I would suggest then is make sure you get something like a notebook then that you can tear the sheet out of and tear it up and throw it away. And don't be afraid to tear it up and throw it away after you did this. So like after we did word power, since I spoke the word power, I didn't write it down. If I wrote it down, I could just tear it up. I could just tear it up and throw it away at the recycling bin at work. Bring it out to the garbage at the apartment. What have you. Do you see? You can do that. You don't have to keep it. It doesn't help me at all to keep this necessarily. Okay. All right. So, all right. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. So I hope we've inspired your spirit and filled you with hope today here on Above Life channel. Make sure you follow my TikTok as well. I am also posting on Facebook. From time to time, I am working on starting my Above Life channel on Instagram as well. So I probably only post there a couple times a week, but I'm trying to get over there. But primarily here on Above Life channel, we visit on Mondays, our weekly video, and then also on Sundays for Sunday Morning Coffee, our podcast, to help inspire your spirit and fill you with hope. Remember, this is your life, okay? It's yours. And you get to live it. So just live it. Thanks for being here.